In the heart of the city, there's a lady so divine, with a gift so rare she can read between the lines, unlocking mysteries. She's the one we all admire. With a touch of magic, she sets our souls on fire. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong.
Hello. Oh, darn it. Hello, everybody. Let me put them back up. Let me go get my cards. Hello, everybody. How are you today? I hope you guys are good spirits. I have found myself to be in good spirits for a while now. I got a little sick when I got back home from California from doing my sister's memorial, but I do believe that that is a part of purging and recalibrating my life. And so here I am, finally, finally feeling like myself again. I think I just had to get over the memorial. And then I didn't know I was going to crash, but I completely crashed. Um, but I'm feeling like myself again. And I haven't felt that way since August, right? Um, Death is real, and it can be a little bitch. Sorry, God, but I don't know why you created death, because that shit hurts. But I am going into the new year purposely healthy. That's my conscious decision, is to go into the new year purposely healthy, and that includes taking my meds. That includes flushing my system out. And I'm telling you, one of the best ways I think that you all should consider flushing your system out is through cilantro, parsley, celery, and a green apple as a morning smoothie, or nighttime. Nighttime, I don't care. Morning, nighttime. We are ending the new year on a positive note. We're not going to carry trauma anymore. 2025 was about endings. It was about endings. Some of you in 2026 is a number 10 for you if you didn't feel it in 2025. Most of you are going to go into the new year as a 1, not as a 10. But that depends upon you and the universe, right? That's individual. My 2025 was a fucked up year. Fucked up, fucked up. It was fucked up. It was terrible. And it's been terrible for a lot of people. Like, I talk to you all, and I'm always like, yeah, that's what the new year calls for. 2025, she was not a nice bitch. Bye. Bye. See ya. But we are going to move into 2026 smoothly. I'm thinking about having a New Year's Eve event. Let me know if that's something that you want to join. No charge, but something that you want to join. Maybe I'll ask. I don't know how busy Jason will be, but maybe I could ask Jason to do something if he wants to, but it'll be at midnight, which will be his 9 o'clock, which is also New Year's Eve. Everybody got something to do on New Year's Eve, but for those of you that don't, it would be so nice to bring it in centered and spiritual and asking for calm and peace and spiritual awareness. That's going to be important in 2026. Y'all don't know it yet. I know it because I talk to spirit. Listening for the signs. That's going to be important. Did you know that in that Chinese 8-tower fire, some people survived the fire? Don't ask me how. When I tell you God exists, and y'all got your boyfriends fucking up and y'all think God ain't here, shame on you. Because there were people in that fire that went to the bathroom a group of them went in a bathroom, smothered the base of the door, and waited out the fire. Tell me there's not angelic presence, and I'll tell you that's a goddamn lie. You got it, Noel. I just need you to say it, one person to say it, and we're gonna have a New Year's event. Thank you, babe. What's RSV, sweetie? What's RSV? Is it respiratory? Um, okay. What's RSV? I need to know what RSV is. It's not like I know everything. Respiratory sinuses virus. Oh. So it's sinuses that go into your respiratory. Have you tried different herbs, Heather World, that um, could clear some of the sinus issues? Um, Respiratory sinus virus. Have you tried some of the herbs to drink and to snuff this way? But it's a virus, but it's sticking around way too long. And the fact that it's hitting your respiratory is what I don't like. All right. You haven't tried herbs? Text me. I don't know if you have my 818 number, but if you don't, it's right here. Right. That's my 818 number. Text me and let me see what herbs could help with respiratory sinus virus specifically. Mullein is definitely one of many, right? But mullein is good to drink, not necessarily to breathe in this way, right? So I'm gonna collect mullein and other teas like peppermint, right? I would suggest peppermint oil to breathe in this way. I would also suggest a diffuser at night. Get used to using a diffuser every night with at least peppermint oil, oregano oil, and clove oil. That's what I would do. But text me. Because I think if you're going to live with something, then you should live with the components that could also take it away, right? And so monitoring how you take RSV out your system is as important. But also, I'm a big fan of believing, nope, you're not, you, virus, whatever you are, you can't stay. It's not authorized by God. And just saying those words will make your body reject the virus. I promise you. But just saying those words and saying it often over, you know, months, your body just begins to believe it and it will reject the virus. So contact me at this. Wait, what did I tell? Contact me there. Now, there's a supercharged full moon that's coming in 2 days. Get prepared. The one way that you could get prepared is to get a gallon of water and write all over it, right? Get a gallon of water and write all over it. Now, I've been putting a gallon of water in my windowsill, which is the longer part of the moon in my bedroom, and I've been putting in my bedroom. This is my gallon of water for love. I have a gallon of water for money that I just opened. You can put a gallon of water if you want a baby. You could put a gallon of water if you want to be married to a really good man. And then you talk into the water, right? I don't want to open this right now, but you talk into the water. So this one is for love. When you open it and you say, I am drinking this water for loving energies to come to me. I'm drinking it for a responsible, financially caring, for me, it would be a man, financially caring man. And I'm going to say this privately. All right. But you do it when you open it, right? You wrote on it, which gets in there, I promise you. But then when you open it, you repeat the words that you write, right? And this is my love one. But I also have a money one, and I've got 2 more days. So I got tonight and tomorrow night, and I'm going to do another bottle tonight. I'm going to do another bottle tomorrow, or I might do two bottles tomorrow. It doesn't matter. But we have to get prepared because it is the end of the season. It's the last full moon. It is a super full moon, and it's in Gemini. So I think I kept something, or did I? All photos. Doo, 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 doo. See, just when I thought I keep something, I don't. I don't understand. I know I kept this. Too tired. I know I kept it though. Mm-hmm. Let me see. Um, I am sweating. No, I didn't keep it. That's crazy because I said I needed it. All right. Let me see if I could search it real quick. Search something. I'm sweating. Try this
The
one.
version of yourself you are about to become is already waiting for you on December 4th. This is Dutch.
Um, I'm not finding the one I wanted. So,
There is a very particular frequency building right now. Like the mind is stretching, cracking open, rearranging itself. That's the signature of the full moon in Gemini on December 4th.
I'll try this guy, but I don't know him. So let's just see what he has to say. I am so hot right now. I know y'all are in cold weather. I'm sorry for you.
That's something your soul has avoided, and it's now saying no more. It's time to confront this. So when the moon's it's time to confront this. So when the moon squares the nodes, life shows you stuck in. That's the story, the mindset,
Hold
the
on,
pattern
guys.
that you cursed for life.
I don't know why I'm feeling
And
this
because
way.
the nodes are right now in Virgo and Pisces, the skip step is for all of us in some way tied to victim martyr axis. Pisces shows where we collapse or disappear.
Okay.
Virgo shows where we get trapped.
Let's see what you guys are saying while I wait for this to download.
Highlights the narrative line, the thought, the script you keep
Happy
you can't change,
Tuesday? It's Wednesday.
This is the moment you catch yourself mid
Tuesday?
You realize that story is done.
Wednesday.
Any time a planet
Wednesday.
So let's say you've got Saturn squaring.
Okay. Also, all right. Stop a minute.
Trust. That is.
Stop. Let me just upload this. Also, for anyone who wants a candle done with me for the new moon, I'm doing these candles, right? I will write to God, to Jesus, to universe, to the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is the feminine. Don't sleep. I will write Grabovy numbers, and I will text you, and I will ask you what you want. And I will write it out on a piece of paper, and I will put the candle on top. Everyone has their name on it. I take a picture of what I've done for you. I show you that I lit the candle. I show you sometimes midway through, but I don't really worry about that. But when the candle ends, I will show you how well it burnt and if it didn't burn well and why. If I get some symbols inside the candle, I will read the symbols as well. One woman I know lights two women light so many candles with me that what started out as like wonky looking candles, just every candle I light for them now is clear because they're clearing their energies. So if you go to I love the way I can never find the shit that I'm looking for. Oh, here it is. If you go to tracybrownlive.com, this is where you will be able to find the purchase of a candle. So, again, this is the end of the year. Full moon Gemini energy. We're going to prepare for 2026 nicely. We're going to be calm. We're not stepping into chaos. When we see chaos, we walk away. We won't engage. I really feel like that's very important for 2026. I've never felt that way more than anything. At the end of a year brings chaos, people. It brings chaos. So if you're not calm, you won't survive the chaos. Like the 8 towers, that went up in flames. Somebody had the wherewithal to huddle in a bathroom, because bathrooms are insulated. Put that towel, and they all survived. Wow. Wow. So, but also Chinese people have masks. I bet you they were all wearing masks. I'm retired. Congratulations on retiring. I'm proud of you. That's so cool. Oh, you're retired, so your days are off. Oh, I get you. I get you. All right. Did I send this video over? Oh my goodness. Let me send this video over, and then I'll get my cards to read on Todd and Candy. This is so annoying. This is about the Gemini full moon, so please listen up.
Particular frequency building right now. Like the mind is stretching, cracking open, rearranging itself. That's the signature of the full moon in Gemini on December 4th at 13 degrees, exact at 3:13 p.m. Pacific. And this moon isn't subtle. It's squaring the nodes, which in evolutionary astrology is the signature of what we call a skipped step. That's something your soul has avoided, and it's now saying no more. It's time to confront this. So when the moon squares the nodes, life shows you the loop you've been stuck in. That's the story, the mindset, the pattern that you've rehearsed for lifetimes. And because the nodes are right now in Virgo and Pisces, the skip step is for all of us in some way tied to victim martyr axis. Pisces shows where we collapse or disappear into overwhelm. Virgo shows where we get trapped in perfectionism, self-critique, or paralysis. This Gemini moon highlights the narrative behind all of it, the thought loop, the script you keep reciting about why you can't change or why things keep happening to you. This is the moon where you catch yourself mid-sentence and you realize that story is done. A skip step happens anytime a planet squares the nodes in a natal chart. So let's say you've got Saturn squaring them, for example. That's going to create lifetimes of hesitation around authority, discipline, self-trust. That is, until you integrate it and you step into your own maturity. This full moon works the same way. It's asking you to upgrade your inner dialogue. The shift from emotional reactivity to emotional intelligence is what it's all about. To move from Pisces overwhelm to Virgo embodiment. See, Gemini brings the breakthrough, the new idea, the fresh perspective, the moment where something finally clicks. And with the sun in Sagittarius right now, that clarity opens up to the bigger purpose and also the path forward. So ask yourself, where am I acting like a victim? Where am I still playing the martyr? And what story am I ready to release? Also look at where 13 degrees Gemini falls in your chart, because that's where this moon is going to be activating your life. Drop it in the comments where 13 degrees Gemini lands for you. And if you want help decoding your skip steps and anything else in your chart, send me a DM. I'd be happy to work with you. We can do a reading together. Satnam.
I got Gemini in my Venus astro chart. Where am I? I get Gemini in my Venus. I'm gonna do my chart real quick. I go to Astro Charts if anybody wants to know where I'm getting my simplified information from. This is not, all authentic and shit, but I like it. It's enough for me right now. Oops. He said 13 degrees of Gemini, and my Venus, my Mars, no, wait. What? Oh, my Mars is in Gemini at 20 degrees. So a little removed. All right. Okay. Also, everyone, I am doing a company called, get to the banners. Create a banner. www.hypec.com/Tracy Brown. I think that's it. So I am with this company, and I'm with this company for instantaneous readings. But they have options. You could do live readings, you could do chat, instantaneous readings, video readings. They got a lot of options, but this is let me see. This is, let me put a better timer on. This is my newest collab. And how it works is that at a particular time, I will go live and I will announce it on Instagram. I will announce it on TikTok. And if you need a reading because something in the moment is concerning you, then I'll be on station live for you. So come to www.hypec.com/Tracy Brown. All right. Hi, Carlito. Other times, you can just book a reading with me at 213. Oh, Carlito, what happened? Oh, show. Carlito, what happened? They only want you to be seen, Carlito. Nope, wrong one. Nope. Oh, I think I know what I'm doing wrong. Other times, contact me at 213-458-7408. All right. And subscribe to the channel. And thank you. I get a lot of new subscribers now. I thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, let's play some videos and see what the hell's going on with these Todd situationships.
All right, good morning. This is a PSA of sorts, right? Because y'all saw my last video talking about Candy and Todd's divorce and really just having a thought piece on like where they are and what caused the divorce. I told you that signing that prenuptial agreement, that man did not do his due diligence, and damn it if he is now not using where he signed, how he signed, and when he signed as reason to try to turn over that prenup. Now, I'm not saying what he is doing is right, because truly it's a trend, right? It is a trend. We have all understood that women are universally getting to that bag at higher levels than a lot of their male counterparts. A lot of women, and Candy went about it herself, wanting to marry a man, not for his money, but for who he was. And in her case, that meant that he had less money than her. But baby, this trend of these men going after these well-to-do women in divorce and wanting alimony, custody, that custody ploy is not because you think that the kids will be better off with you. Come on, we all know what it is. It's because you know that that custody will evoke a child support level similar to what Kevin Fairline got with Brittany, okay? Like, you know. And it's sad because even the most well-intentioned people can fall into bitch assness. You know what I'm saying? They can fall into it. They can fall into it. And oh my God. The way Candy's lawyer showed up when she called, right? gives you the level of energy that this gonna be a fight if somebody don't whisper in that man's ear and say stand down, right? Because yes, you can bring up how you signed, right? Yes, and a good lawyer can make the argument that despite it being on camera that it was a level of duress, but you have to prove to the extent of what that duress was, because he can argue just the people around and the stage they were on was intimidating, right? But we all know, bruh, you got the prenup, you didn't do your due diligence to have your lawyer look at it in a timely fashion because you thought you can convince her with that OD not to have you sign it, right? You thought you can convince her before you guys got married that it was not needed. So you didn't do your due diligence on your legal path to make sure that you agreed with every part of that prenup. So you're now using your lack of thought to now harm her in the divorce. And I just hope and pray with the way her lawyers showed up when they got married, baby, she about to have like the Candy Cochran team 4.0. Like, you better stop playing with her. Like, yeah. That's it, you know. I mean, I had high hopes for just, that's it, you know. Your girl wasn't right. So, it is what it is. Bye.
I love her. She is so funny to me. I love her so much. All right, let's get through some more of these videos, child.
If you thought the divorce between Todd and Candy was going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy, you got another thing coming. Let's talk about it. So Todd responded to Candy's divorce filing, and in it, he is asking for primary custody of the two children. They have two minor children, Ace and Blaze, and he is asking for primary custody because he says because of Candy's job and she is traveling so much, that he should have primary custody. He says that they have been working together cordially and everything is copacetic, and that he's hoping that things will stay that way. But if they don't, he is asking for primary custody. He is asking for joint legal custody, and he also wants the right to make the final decisions in any sort of big decision that needs to be made, like where the kids will go to school. But that's not all he's asking for. So we know that when they were dating and getting married, that Mama Joyce did not like Todd. She felt that Todd was only after Candy for her money. And it seems that maybe Mama Joyce was right, because Todd is now saying that he wants to revisit the division of the marital assets and feels that he signed the prenup under duress and that he did not have his lawyers present, and that basically he should be able to push back. Now, the Neighborhood Talk posted a compelling video that shows the clips from when Todd actually did sign the prenup, and he signed it on camera with Bravo, a witness, a notary, and Candy's lawyer. And he says in his confessional that he is signing this prenup against his lawyer's advice. So I don't know how far he's going to get with that, but it does seem that he might be coming after her money. Let me know in the comments what you think.
I don't know how they got to the wedding and the prenup had not already been signed. He had refused to sign it. And the day, I don't even know how you plan a wedding and not get the prenup signed. Like, I don't understand any of that. And he got to the day of the wedding. I'll never forget this. I remember this clearly. And the night before the wedding, he went crying to her. And she said, there were cameras, but there was no video. She said, I won't get married. I will not get married unless you sign that prenup. I have never been more proud of a Black woman who did that. Because one, she really knew her worth. And two, a trifling man is a trifling man. They'll fuck you and love you today, But some bitch can always come along and take him away. His eyes can always roll. His penis might wiggle into another hole. And you have to be smart enough. I don't care how much you could. Please don't do. I just love him, Tracy. Get a prenup. I don't need get a prenup. And I'm gonna tell you bitches something else. Not you bitches, but bitches in general. Stop building a business with these niggers. Stop building a business with someone that didn't come to the table equally financially resolved. Because a man that knows how to build his life will go into business with you knowing how to stand and build together. But a man that comes with his diapers and you wiping his tears because he got mommy issues, motherfucker been in jail, hates his mama, hates his family, and you're gonna take all your good money, Miss Nurse, Miss Researcher, Miss Doctor, and pour into this nigga and try to make him some robotic build a man. Oh, he gonna heal. He gonna learn from you and he'll fuck you. In the end, once you build someone like that up, they get tired of you. Because basically, you keep telling them what to do. You don't give them space to be like, we built this, now you go and you like figure shit out. You don't let him figure shit out. I'm not blaming a woman, but this is mother. This is mother. When you bring a man in with a diaper and you got to fasten that diaper with safety pins, you will spend years trying to help him evolve, a grown-ass man. You want to build a business for yourself? Build a motherfucking business for yourself. Tell that nigga go get a job. How your business going, babe? Beautiful. I make a lot of money. Can I come manage? Nope. Who did that? Who ruined that? Miley, that fucking husband of hers. She let her husband be the CEO of bullshit in her company. And when it came down to it, he tried to ruin her company by cursing her clients out. She had to sell her company. I've never been more proud of someone like Candace that said to her man that she wanted, that she loved. No. Sign the prenup, bitch. And I still love you. You sign that motherfucking prenup. What y'all got to say? What you got to say? Got all excited. I twisted my throat. He resents her because he didn't get the money himself. That's a good point now. Incognito. He never really made the success under her brand. Mm-hmm. Sorry, guys. Todd tried to scam her up till the wedding. He thought she would give in. He was talking to his dumb Negro friends, and they were like, "Don't sign it, don't sign it. Wait up until the day of the wedding. She want you so badly." Da 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 da. Candy was like, "Nope, I will cancel this wedding. I will cancel this wedding in front of Bravo and everybody." That's a woman. Yep, not a tourist woman. We about our baby, and their baby is money. Never. I wish I would. Incognito. Don't mess with a Taurus and their money. They've been together for nearly 15 years, meeting in 2011, getting engaged in 2013, and marrying in 2014. But in most states, after 10 years, something changes even when you have a prenup. Now, I would like to see, oh, he actually might have a case, to be honest with you. He might have a case because most prenups have an expiration date. It's generally not set in stone because by the time you get to the 10-year mark, the state kind of takes over, and the state says y'all been together for 15 years, 10 years, not 15, married. My hair is bothering me. I need to take this now. Uh, y'all been together for 10 years, then the rules change a little bit. So I would really want to see what's in the prenup. And did she account for the extra 10 years? I mean, did she account for, why is my hair bothering me? Uh, I have to leave it down now. That's what I think. But leaving it down is so hot that I don't want to leave it down. All right. Do you guys get what I'm saying? This is why right. Money marries money. You respect the money that you made. You respect the money that she's making. You don't even want to step into her money because you know all you could do is think about your empire before you married her. That you're like, babe, do whatever you got to do. If you need support, I'll support you. But I don't need to step into your business, right? All right. I'm sorry, guys. Whew. You know what it is? I'm wearing my hair in one style too long. That's what it really is. And I have to stop that. But since I shaved off one part of my hair, then it just changes how I can wear my hair now. I shaved off one part of my hair. All right. Woo, ciao. Okay. Ooh. All right. That's fine. Okay. Um, he gets money after 10 years. Now he is accustomed to that lifestyle. She has to keep him in with or without the kids. I don't know. I don't know. He was able to create his own income, even if it's under her name. He was able to create his own income. He was not a kept man. A kept man can say that. He was a working man all this time. So I'm not sure. Was he having an affair? I don't know. They both, you know what? The one thing I can't do with Candy and Todd is that they've had threesomes. They had some woman living in the house that they both shared. Was he having an affair? Was she having an affair? Um, let's take a look at a few more videos, then I'll do the reading.
Hi, I'm Attorney Princess, a divorce and family law lawyer in Memphis, Tennessee. I want to chat a little bit about the recent news surrounding Candy and Todd's divorce. So last week it broke that Candy had decided to file for divorce against Todd after 11 years, right? And as soon as that broke, all the rumors started happening as to maybe why the marriage didn't work out, why she was filing divorce, was her infidelity, things of that nature. And there were also rumors around would Todd be challenging the prenuptial agreement. And now the primary reason why people are asking would Todd be challenging the prenuptial agreement is because in watching the show in real time when Candy was on Real Housewives of Atlanta and her and Todd got married, she was the driving force behind the parties having a prenuptial agreement, right? And the cameras caught them and followed them as they navigated the territory of getting a prenuptial agreement done. You know, will he, won't he, all of those things happen, right? And I don't know how much of that was hyped up for the show and how much was reality. But ultimately, they signed a prenuptial agreement, they got married, they now have 2 beautiful children, and they've grown a life together, right? And they've had a lot of success, especially around business endeavors. But for whatever reason, you know, they're not going to continue in their marriage. So now it's come out that a little bit more credible claims that Todd plans to challenge the prenuptial agreement, and he's also going to be asking for custody of the 2 children that they share together. So I want to use Todd and Candy to talk a little bit about prenuptial agreements, how they're enforced, how they're challenged, and all of those things via Tennessee law. So let me put some disclaimers out there before I get into the meat of this. So again, I am a Tennessee attorney, so the law that I am going to be referencing in this video is going to be Tennessee specific. First. Second, this video is not intended to serve as legal advice or legal counsel. It does not establish any attorney-client relationship between myself and anyone watching this. If you are in need of legal counsel, legal advice, please consult an attorney in your area, okay? So now that we got that out the way, let's get back to Todd and Candy. So let's say Todd and Candy live in Memphis, Nashville, Chattanooga, somewhere in Tennessee, right? And they are getting a divorce, and all the other facts are the same, right? There's a prenuptial agreement, there's 2 kids, so forth and so on. So in Tennessee, how do prenuptial agreements work? So in Tennessee, prenuptial agreements are contracts between parties who intend to marry that spell out what is to happen primarily around legal separation or divorce. Now, prenuptial agreements can include some other things like even who's to pay the light bill, how mortgages are to be divided, car notes, etc. But most of the time, they really focus on what's to happen in the event of a legal separation or divorce to try to streamline the issues, right? To get a divorce or a legal separation accomplished without all of the red tape and without all of the back and forth and issues and things that come up when there's not a prenuptial agreement, right? So that is the hope of a prenuptial agreement, that we don't have to have a messy divorce or legal separation because we've covered everything on the front end. So Todd and Candy, they are Tennessee residents. They have a prenuptial agreement. Now that prenuptial agreement doesn't get filed anywhere. Nothing happens to it or happens with it until a triggering event. So triggering events, 9 times out of 10 are someone files for divorce. Now, even though they cover legal separation, I will say divorces are far more common, at least in Tennessee, than legal separation. So someone files for divorce, i.e. in this case, Candy filed for divorce. So 9 times out of 10 in a complaint for divorce, Candy would say, hey, I'm moving for divorce. These are my grounds for divorce. These are the statistical facts about my case, you know, everybody's info, and there's going to be a provision to enforce the prenuptial agreement. So Candy would say the parties enter into a prenuptial agreement on this day. Wife veers that the prenuptial agreement is valid and enforceable and moves the court to enforce the prenuptial agreement. Now, Todd, if he's seeking to challenge the prenuptial agreement, he's going to file a counter complaint and he's going to acknowledge that there is a prenuptial agreement, but he's going to say that the prenuptial agreement is not enforceable. He's going to have to spell out why the prenuptial agreement is not enforceable in his opinion. And in Tennessee, the most common ways that someone challenges a prenuptial agreement is first to say that they entered into the agreement under coercion, duress, undue influence, fraud, or something to that effect. In short, they're arguing that they lacked the independent ability or the free will to enter into this agreement. And if they were in possession of that, they would not have signed the agreement. The second way to challenge a prenuptial agreement is to say that there was not an adequate disclosure of financial assets, liabilities, so forth and so on. So to say, hey, we entered into a prenuptial agreement. Yeah, I entered into it freely. I'm not under coercion, duress, or coercion when I entered into it, but they did not disclose their assets to me. So I can't be bound to something when I didn't have all the requisite knowledge I needed to enter into it with good insight, good understanding. So those are the most common ways someone challenges a prenuptial agreement here in Tennessee. Now, defenses to those challenges are, one, of course, to say, hey, the person entered into this agreement without any undue influence, coercion, fraud, etc. Right? Everything was above board. Now, the easiest way to avoid that type of claim is to make sure that you don't blindside your soon-to-be spouse with a abrupt prenup, right? So we know TV shows, we see it all the time, right, where they say, hey, on our wedding night or on the eve of our wedding, I got presented a prenuptial agreement. I wanted to get married, so I just signed it. I didn't look, I didn't do anything. Or, on our way to our destination wedding, they say they want a prenup and they bring these lawyers in and I just sign without knowing what I'm signing, right? Those are what we see. Those are the dramatizations of it. But that does happen in real life too, right? So if you know you want a prenuptial agreement, when you're talking about marriage, when you are talking about wedding planning, you need to make sure that your spouse is, or soon to be spouse, right, is aware at all times of your intent to get a prenuptial agreement, that you promptly and timely get the prenuptial agreement, that you share the prenuptial agreement with them, and you give them enough notice that they have an opportunity to take it to a lawyer, to have reviewed, to give feedback, to make suggestions on what they wanted to say. You want to be able to show that all the I's were dotted and the T's were crossed, and that this person had ample time, was fully aware they had some control over the dynamics, and that they were not blindsided or ambushed with a prenuptial agreement. So those are your ways to make sure that you are creating an ironclad prenuptial agreement against those type of claims. Now, next, when it comes to the financial disclosures, what I do in my prenuptial agreements is that I have each side, even if one side, has declined to have counsel, I send them both a financial disclosure checklist. So that financial disclosure checklist says, hey, I need to know all personal property, your possessions. So there's your furniture, your electronics, your appliances, everything that you have some type of ownership interest in, right? And that could be stuff that you are financing or you're paying a monthly payment on. Give me all of that. I need to know all of your vehicles. I need to know all your bank accounts. I need to know all your investment accounts. I need to know all your retirement accounts. I need to know all property you have an interest in. It may be property that you're purchasing. It may be property that you have inherited. It may be property that you own with someone else. I need a full itemized list of all of the assets that you are holding, right? And I need them to be described with specificity, not just, hey, I got a red Lincoln that's worth $3,000. No, you have a 2023 Lincoln Continental that is worth $23,000 as of this date, and this is the debt that's encompassing it, and this is who owns that debt, right? If it's Lincoln Financial or whatever. You want to do the same thing with your debts, right? You want to say how much you owe, who you owe, what your monthly payment is, what the current balance is. You want to be as detailed as possible, again, to make sure that you're creating an ironclad prenup that cannot be challenged. And then both parties, of course, if we get to the point where we have a prenup that is being challenged, then the court gets to determine where they believe it falls, right? If there are valid defenses or if there are not valid defenses. So usually the person who is challenging the prenuptial agreement, they have the initial burden to show why it's not enforceable, and then the other side has the burden of showing like, no, none of this existed, this is a valid prenuptial agreement and the court should uphold it. So if you like this video, please like this video. If you want to learn more about Tennessee specific family law, please visit my website, attorneyprincess.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.
All right. Her TikTok is Memphis divorce. So that's good. Okay. That was long. That was too long. But she gave really good advice. I'm proud of that. I wonder, do they have a clause in the prenuptial agreement if they get caught cheating? Because truthful, their marriage been on the rocks for years. So she took that opportunity for a divorce. Yeah, Tiffany, Todd knew about hi Georgia Peach. Todd knew about the prenup weeks before the wedding. I'm telling you, there's something in one of those episodes where they discussed the prenup. Before the wedding, he held out signing until the last minute because he thought he could trick her. Oh my God. Whatever. Whatever, people. Whatever.
And if you're curious about what Todd gets in the divorce because they signed a prenup, well, it's nothing. Todd gets nothing. And I knew Todd wasn't going to get any of that money when Candy's lawyer walked in 4 hours before the wedding. Now, shout out to Us Weekly because Todd has now responded to the divorce being submitted to the courts by Candy. And here's what he's got to say. And no, Todd, you're not going to be able to walk your way out of this. Now, according to Us Weekly, it stated that on Wednesday before Thanksgiving, Todd had finally responded back to the divorce petition. And in that petition, he's asking for full custody. He stated that the children are currently with him because Candy has a workload obligation that she needs to tend to. Now, you can pause to read all of this, but I'm just going to sparse through it. Todd goes on to say that she's a great and incredible mother. And if she doesn't agree to giving him full custody, he will take primary custody where the children stay in his home, and they will do joint custody, but he gets decision-making skills for or decision-making for the children. Now let's get to that prenup. Now Todd and his attorney argued that Todd wasn't fully versed out on the prenup because it happened 4 hours before the wedding, and therefore the prenup should be null and void. Now, if you guys remember, go back to, I did it for you, don't worry, go back to the Candy and Todd wedding special on Bravo. And in that wedding special, they do a full special, and they really spend a lot of time on this prenup. Now, in an earlier scene, the day before the wedding, Candy and Todd had a sit down because Candy could not understand why he wasn't signing the prenup. Now, please remember, Todd told the courts that he wasn't fully sparsed out on the prenup because he signed it 4 hours before the wedding. But according to their wedding special, which is heavily documented on Bravo that you can actually go watch now, I just watched it, that you can go watch now, Todd and Candy fully discussed in detail and at length that prenup. But let me play you the clip in case you don't believe me.
Okay, he wanted you guys to call his attorney, but why didn't you call him today?
Because I guess it didn't seem like it was necessary. I mean, what I read in the comments was that he didn't have enough time to advise Todd about the agreement.
My thing was like, why not just reach out to him and let's figure something out? Like, we're getting married tomorrow. We need to figure this out.
The only point that I saw that wasn't just sort of general was what he said in an email, which was, let's say you got sick, or let's say you became disabled, and so Candy's like, I don't want you around anymore. You don't get anything. And that's true.
If I were to get sick, just get out. It seemed like the document was just so business. It felt like Candy hadn't even really reviewed it. I'll give Randy a call. I just want to talk through all of his concerns. And, it'll be best.
Are you going to be available if he calls it?
Now, let me break that scene down to you because Todd is acting crazy when he shouldn't be. Candy drew up a standard prenuptial agreement where Todd gets nothing and she gets nothing that he offered. At the very beginning of that scene, she stated that they had sparsed out all the parts where Todd was trying to claim that he had more rights to her music and production than he actually had. And once that portion of the prenup had got cleared out, it was very simple. You leave with what you got, she leaves with what she came with, the end. Todd was attempting to get his lawyer to negotiate more, but Candy was not letting up, which made the prenup pretty plain and simple. There was literally nothing in their prenup to negotiate because Todd, you were not going to get anything, just like Candy was not going to get anything from Todd. So the fact that he's trying to argue in courts now that, hey, my lawyer wasn't present, it happened 4 hours before the wedding, I'm so confused, I'm so lost, is crazy work because her lawyer literally explained to you that your lawyer, Todd, only had one footnote, that you get nothing. So I feel as though this is going to be a pretty messy divorce. And if there's any updates once Candy replies back to his initial statements, I'll keep you guys posted.
I remember, I just see that it doesn't have music in it, but that was the scene. Candy was so pretty back then. She was so pretty. I mean, she's still pretty, but when you go back, like, she was really, really pretty. All right.
Y'all, has Todd been planning a divorce from Candy for over a decade? After seeing his response to her divorce, I think we need to take a walk down memory lane. Now, Candy filed for divorce last month, and in Todd's response, he asked that their prenup be reevaluated and that if the prenup is flawed, that he be awarded alimony. He is also asking to be awarded primary physical custody of the two young children that they have together. Now let's start with Kandi and Todd's wedding day, which was in April 2024. The day was full of drama for a lot of reasons, but one of them was because Todd did not sign the prenup until the last minute. And in Kandi's wedding special that aired on Bravo, he said that he signed it against the advice of his attorney, Randy Kessler, who also represents him in this divorce. When the prenup was signed, the only attorney present was Kandi's attorney. Now, I do not know if Kandi's attorney received permission from Randy Kessler to communicate with Todd, but typically by the rules of ethics, an attorney is not supposed to talk to a represented party unless they have permission from that party's attorney. So I do wonder if Todd plans to use that footage to challenge the prenup. When it comes to Todd as a parent, I wonder if he plans to point to their surrogacy journey. Now, when it comes to their daughter Blaze, they use a surrogate because Kandi had a host of health issues, along with the fact Kandi is always working. Now, with that, Kandi said that she ended up feeling guilt that another woman carried the baby, but she said that Todd had no issues bonding. And while they were on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Todd mentioned how he wanted to build a relationship with the surrogate so it could be easier to bond with the baby. Now, in Todd's response, he mentions how busy Kandi is and that he's the primary parent anyway. So I am wondering, is this going to be used against Kandi? Now, Todd did mention in his response that he hopes the court will allow him to add additional grounds for divorce if necessary. Now, Kandi filed, but one thing that's interesting about family law, sometimes the person that files is not the person that wanted the divorce the most. So, do you think this really is a scheme Todd has been setting up for almost 15 years? Let me know in the comments.
All right. Heather's World says, well, if Todd helped her with some career advances, if changes, they had kids, prenup should have been amended. That's a good point. It's my understanding that if the prenup was signed under duress, it can be thrown out as valid. True, but we just saw a clip where he was fully aware that he should have signed the prenup. So that is going to have an effect on why did you wait till the last minute? Why did you? And that might be on him, not duress. They were discussing this the whole time they were planning the marriage, and he was trying to refuse. And I just showed a clip where the girl was like, she showed a previous episode where they had been discussing the prenup the whole time. Last video. What time is it? Oh man, I went into an hour. I try not to go into an hour, but I did have a lot to say in the beginning of this video.
Now, not you wanting full custody of the kids, Todd? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, so we've been talking about Kandi and Todd down to the podcast and down to the social media for a while now. Okay, so first, bombshell divorce. Then we get into a $200K lawsuit down to their restaurant Blaze. Now here we are, just not even a full week later, and now Todd wants full custody of the kids, and he wants some of that prenup. Honestly, I don't even know what y'all think. Do you think he deserves full custody of the kids? Per his lawsuit or per his custody agreement, he's saying because Kandi is going to be in doing business that's going to keep her out of state for the next couple of months, he should just be granted full custody. No, nigga.
I'm sorry. I really don't vet these videos. That shit was funny. All right. Please, God, talk to me. Talk to me about Candy and Todd. What is the question? Oh, here's the question. Did Todd plan this all along? Please allow me to see anything and everything that you would like for me to see. Todd, this is about Todd, not Candy. Todd is your son. He's your love. He's your beloved. Please, Father God, help me to answer. Um, Help me to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. In your name I pray. Amen. Amen. Ashe. Let's lower the stage. Banner. Why do I always forget? I need an assistant because I'm so bad at this shit. Banner. Okay. Oh, I need a good massage, guys. I need a good massage. I'm gonna, if God blesses me, I'm gonna get a year end massage, full body massage, front and back. Yeah, I'm gonna gift that to myself for New Year's, probably. All right, are we ready? Oh, let me see. Somebody said, y'all saying something. Tracy, his refusal could be considered duress because Candy did say no signed prenup, no marriage. The prenup should have been agreed and signed before the marriage by both. No, I agree, but he purposely, no, you're so right. But when you got a nigga that's trying you and y'all got weddings to plan, I believe he was delaying the shit because he was sneaky. That's what I think is what happened. Full custody, my ass. He wasn't even in his first child life like that boy. Stop. Good point. These are good points. Ashe, hi, misdiagnosis. Where you been, girl? Does Todd have a child on the way? I know that there are social media. I'm not really believing all of that, to be honest with you guys. I think AI and social media is like kind of tricking us, and we got to maybe find some discernment on what's true and not true. So I did see some of that. I read this already, and I didn't get that there was another baby on the way. 100%. I didn't like. I'm not feeling that, but we'll see. But I did see some stuff going down. All right, let's lower the stage. Missing you. Aw, hi, sweetie. All right. Had Todd always been planning this? First card up is Candy. She's a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I do believe that there's love between them, right? Oh, I got my book here. But this card is a card of sickness. It's a card of sickness. And sometimes it's a card of mental health, right? Not 100% on his mental A game, right? He made money as a producer, but in no way like Candy did. So he had title, not money. Guys, this was a plan all along. See that devil card? It's called the shadow. Um, this is a card of weakness, like giving in to the ghost of your shadow, right? Fire sign woman, which could be Mama Joyce. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius man is showing up here. The tower is showing up here. and financial stability is showing up here. Now I pulled two more cards. I thought I was pulling um too much, but let me get one more card out to make it even because that's what I like to do. One more card out. Pull from this pile. So here's what I'm getting, guys, and you could tell me if I'm wrong or not. I don't think Todd was a good producer. I don't think Bravo was going to keep him. I'm wondering if he was temporary, not permanent, as a producer. Like, I don't know how producers work, but there might be something like you sign in for X amount of weeks and then your job is over. And then you got to find other producing gigs. I put gold on my eyes today and it looks like something else. I don't like it. Um, that's the sickness. That's the sickness. He saw an opportunity to pounce on this woman's lifestyle, if that makes any sense, what I'm trying to say. He saw an opportunity to bounce, and he did. Oh, L. Williams, he was not a good producer? You're right. He was temporary? Brittany? Georgia Peach? I didn't know this stuff. He was not a good producer. Most of his shows did not last long. Todd was a prostitute. Todd was a prostitute. He prostituted his wingadingalingaling to have a bet with a very rich woman. Fuck. Yes. Now I didn't know how I was going to bring that up, but was she mentally okay when Todd came along? Trying to nurture her back to health because she had to get over this ex that busted his head. He was a drunk, by the way. There are just some things you got to look at some things and be like, God protected that woman because he listened to me very carefully. That drunk would have beat her ass. Y'all know, y'all date some drunks out there. If y'all are dating a drunk, expect to get your ass beat. I'm dead ass. It is not safe when you're dating a drunk. Um, and he would have beat her ass. I don't know if Candy would be here if she would have married that guy. So here come Todd helping to nurture her on a remember they were in Africa, so the atmosphere was much more romantic, right? Whenever you're on vacation, right, the atmosphere is much more romantic. Remember, this was an atmosphere where everybody did that. Now I'm kind of wondering about some things. Oh, shit. Where everybody did that reading with that African bead guy, right? Cowrie bead guy. Now, I'm not accusing him of anything. I would never accuse anybody of anything, but now I'm wondering if Todd Slick ass paid that guy to help embellish that episode. This is the card that tells me that Todd may have paid that guy to help embellish that episode. I'm very, very disappointed in you, Todd. Very, very disappointed. You are a typical Negro that leeches off of very powerful women, and you're a prostitute. You're just a gigolo prostitution whore. Let's lower the stage. This is ridiculous. Todd ain't had no money. He had to figure out how to juggle money. He ain't had no money. He engaged with her very, very quickly. This rich woman. He knew who she was. But Todd, you were going to get called out your face. Todd, sometimes you got to pull up your big girly panties, because that's all you wearing is big girly panties, and take your losses. Now, you're going to get money to help manage those children. How much more money do you need? But you're going to get money to help manage those children. You want to play unfair? There's information about you that is going to come out, sweetie pie, that is not going to be pretty. Now, I'm going to tell you what sign you should never fuck with. And I'm dead ass. And I'm going to teach all of you everything. A Taurus. Now, Sagittarians will fuck you up. Leos will fuck you up. Scorpios will kill you in your sleep, right? A Taurus don't want to see you dead. Nope. But you not gonna fuck with their monies. That's the difference. They don't want to see you dead. They'll tell you right away. No, I don't want to see him dead. But he ain't getting my money. So that tells me that there is some information that Candace has been collecting all these years. Candace will side eye her husband and be like, wait, what? Oh, no, that's not what happened. Oh, okay. Check. Or Geminis too. You can't trust Geminis at all. Geminis, the flip of the switch, the two personalities, you cannot trust a Gemini. Thank you, misdiagnosis. But they're also like back to back. You always look at the signs that are connected. And those two are back to back. One's calm, the other one is two personalities. So they appear calm and then they flip it and get all emotional and crazy and will absolutely burn you. Geminis, I mean. Taurus will never burn you. Taurus will say, well, I tried to tell you, but you thought you were going to take my money. So that's the consequences. That's a Taurus. They're going to stay calm, right? Todd, there is a plethora of information. Tower, you ain't getting shit from Candy. I promise you. Where's your demons? Where's your demons? Are you a drunk? Do you do drugs? What is she going to bring out against you? Because she has it to bring out. You think you're just going to take her babies? You think that's just a thing? No. No. You got issues. You got sex issues, sex addiction. You like to stay at a Magic Mike's too late. You like to drink. You like to sleep in late. You like to sleep in late because you came in drunk the night before. Half the times you don't come in till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. You be coming in with Dawn. That Dawn. You be walking in with her. And Candace lets you. She lets you. Her only requirement is to take a shower before you get into bed. And I'm like that too. Don't come to my bed stinking and smelling like some nightclub. No. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Because Lord have mercy. Ooh, Geminis. I could never figure out which personality I'm dealing with. Yeah, don't deal with a Gemini. They're crazy. I can vouch that Tauruses are cooler than polar bears' toenails. Tauruses are very cool. Phaedra introduced Todd to Candy, and Todd had to quit his job as a producer to continue. We know that. That's not what really happened due to our HOA policy. That's a lie. Maybe the scheme Todd and Phaedra in Candy's voice. No, no, no. That is a lie, right? Because I I get what you're saying. I'm not saying it's against you. What you're saying is not true. I'm saying that was Todd's setup. Well, I can't stay. I had to lose my job, but that was also 10 years ago. And he did not lose income by losing his job, right? Because he was since put on Real Housewives of Atlanta. But that's a good point, L. Williams, because in order for the men to be on the show, the women have to pay the men. So he actually became an employee of Candy's for quite some time. Very interesting point you make. Okay. Okay. I'm going through it in my head. Candy been sitting back waiting for this divorce. I'm a Gemini. Wow. Girl, don't take it personally. I'm talking about male Geminis. I don't know enough female Geminis, but I did say it generally. I don't know enough female Geminis. Male Geminis are crazy. And hands down, I don't care who I insult. You know it. Geminis know it. They admit to it. I even have Geminis tell me that May Geminis are crazier than June Geminis. I got June Geminis telling me they're May Geminis are crazier. Fuck that. All male Geminis are crazy. Period. Sorry. Mm. Sorry. Female Geminis are different. My daughter's Gemini, but they do not have two person. Yes, they do. The men are absolutely batshit crazy. Females got two personalities still. Like, don't discount that. There's a crazy, but it is especially a healthy female Gemini. It can be contained, and that I like female Geminis. I know female Geminis. I put it in general, but I really meant male Gemini. I dated a male Gemini, and it was the worst decision of my life. And I love Geminis because my I think my Venus is in Gemini. I keep forgetting. Something's in Gemini, and so I love Geminis, but male Geminis. Mm-mm. I don't care how rich you are or what you can offer me. I will never date another Gemini. Period. Oh, my Mars is in Gemini. I just went through this. Yeah. Mm-mm. Never again. Mm-mm. I don't care what kind of Gemini. I don't care If you are the healthiest and healthiest of Geminis, no, I will bring out your ugly. My Leo, no, I won't do it. I'm a Gemini. I can attest. If you don't heal that shadow, you're like a Scorpio. Hmm, interesting. Hmm. Well, we're not talking about Pisces. Let's not bring Pisces into this. Why are we talking about Geminis though? Oh, because I said Geminis. All right. Let's not. I don't want to bring other signs into it. All right. What do we have here? We have Todd always had taken advantage about Candace. This is a typical Negro in modern day 2025 during the rap season that has decided that they don't have to work hard if they marry rich. He's a typical Negro. He is unhealed and he's calculating. Oh, by the way, I don't know why we got onto Geminis. He's a male Leo. Do y'all know male Leos? Now, I never dated a male Leo, but I don't get good responses from a male Leo. I know how I am as a female Leo. And I spend my whole life calculating as a female Leo. I'm like this. I study everything. So if I'm like this, like a female, imagine a male that is honing in on a woman that just lost her fiance. She's on vacation in Africa, very romantic. Um, he gets to know her nuances through the vacation and as a producer, so he gets inside personality descriptions. He's a failure at his own producing jobs, and he can act like big man on the block if he tries to date her. And he marries her, but tries to skedaddle away from the prenup. But Candace is only cares about her money, so he signs the prenup. That prenup must give him something. I can't believe he's not walking away with anything. Anywho, he then decides, which is very typical, to stay with her for 10 years so he gets good come out of her for 10 years. He agrees to 2 more babies because that's cha-ching. And in the end, he stayed in the game until he didn't have to stay in the game. She's a good looking girl. She's exciting in the bed. She'll even bring a threesome into the bed to make him happy, right? But I'm going to tell you right now, Candace, and I'm sorry to say this, he never loved you. There are no love cards here. I'll see if I can find it. Let me look for some love cards. Did he ever love her? Normally I would go from the top, right? But this time around, I'm literally looking for love. Oh, get rid of this. Oh man. Oh, love her. Did he ever love her? No, he wanted to contract with her. Let me ask the cards again. Did he ever love her? No, he wanted her money. No, he wanted to negotiate her money. I'm hoping to find love, child. Let's find love. No, he knew that he might have to have a baby with her. I really questioned whether or not he wanted a baby, but he knew that having a baby would give him more money. Let's ask the cards one more time. Did he love her? No, he loved her money. Look, look, look. Spirit don't never lie. Spirit don't lie. I'm done. I'm done. No. Candy. Candace, I'm sorry. I You would have had to known at some point that he didn't love you. There's something there that maybe it's a cloud that busts inside your head where it's like, oh, this man never loved me. Yeah, the man never loved you. He loved the money and the comfort and the beautiful house that he acted like a man in. He wasn't bossy, that's for sure. He didn't show bossiness, but he luxuriated. Mm-mm. No. Wasn't there something about a separate condo that he needed as well? Wasn't there something about a condo? Was that his condo? That Candy was like, you better get rid of this shit. Remember? Wasn't it him? He most definitely didn't want no kids without that money. He didn't care for the first child. You said that before, Georgia. Oh my God, this is hurtful. I know. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Brittany, I'm sorry. Candy, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. It is hurtful. Remember, he had that condo, and it was in New Jersey, wasn't it? That condo in New Jersey he was trying to keep. And she was like, no. Remember that? Yeah, he had it prior to his marriage, but she was like, no. And he had to sell that condo because he was going to use it for other things. He was going to take that wiggly wiggly and put it in other things. I'm actually wondering if Todd is on the download, but I'm not checking it. I'm not going to check for it, but I'm wondering if he actually has a preference. See, intuitive card. I love when people watch and then they're like, let me help Tracy out. Jersey. Thank you. He's not a good man, Savannah. He kept the condo? He still has that damn condo? You don't have to check for her. You can see it in his face. He still has that condo. It's been remodeled, and Candy stayed there when they were in New York. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. Simply P. Think he's kept the condo, huh? I hope Rowley used the condo because that's some stupid shit to hold on to a condo. My man ain't holding on to no condo. What? All right, guys, we did a good job. It's time to end. It's time to say goodbye. Candy knew he didn't love her. She's a boss businesswoman, but I feel she's insecure. Aren't we all insecure as Black women? Our men just don't love us. Aren't we all insecure? Right? The men are changing, but they ain't changing fast enough. We want to be loved. We want a partner. We want somebody that's seriously going to open doors for us. We can't even get that much out of these niggas. Femme fatale. Femme fatale highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. What does that mean? Do you think at some point Candace had to get all erotic and shit for her man? That was the only way she was going to keep him. Thank you, Undeep. She says, great reading. Femme fatale, flirt, siren, seductress, enchantress, represents highly refined skill at manipulating both men and women sexually and financially without investing personal emotions. Does spirit ever lie? Y'all don't never believe me. Y'all don't never believe me. I pull these cards at random. Y'all be watching me. Oh my God. Sometimes adds a twist of symbolically killing their conquests. That's not Todd. Positive aspects manifest as opening the heart when the male object rejects her manipulation and dependency. Look for a pattern of manipulative behaviors and acquisition. He never loved her, little bitch. He never loved her. Candy, fight. Fight. That bitch never loved you. And you had to twirl your ass and bring other people in your bed, convincing yourself that this was the right thing to do. Bronwyn, listen up from Real Housewife of Salt Lake City. You do not want to accommodate your man this way. Fuck him and fuck his needs. Get out. All of you. Period. Never loved her. Damn. Well, it wasn't wasted. It wasn't wasted. You know what I like to say? Let's be careful about the 11 years, right? Sometimes when I meet up with a guy and it doesn't work out, I always say to God, thank you, because I needed the person at the time. How it ended is God's grace for me. But I always thank the energy. So she can't deny 11 years. They were good 11 years. There might be something, by the way, in the 10 years where he had to reach closer to 11 years to be believed. There might be something where he had to stay close to 11 years. And you know what? I don't like giving Mama Joyce credit. I don't like giving Mama Joyce credit. I don't like the interference of parents. I'm not the one. I know if Candy comes back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, I know Mama Joyce is going to have a pivotal role. I don't like it. I think no parent should interfere with your relationships. I think everyone should be on their own and understand whatever choices they make conscious choices for yourself. Now, unless somebody's about to die, then you interfere. But other than that, I have never been a fan of Mama Joyce disgustingly putting Todd down in public. And he had to swallow it and eat it. You know what? If I had a Mama Joyce like that, I'd stay in that marriage 10 years too. And I would take Candy for everything she got. Because no one should have let that happen. Boom. Maybe Candy got what she wanted. Because you should never let your mother treat your man that way. At some point, he might have calculated, I'll fuck all of yous up. L. Williams said, Candy knew Todd did not love her. This is why she's divorcing him. The business deal ended. She's going to come out winning. She's a Taurus. Never think a Taurus is not going to come out winning. She will come out winning. I agree, Tracy. Mama Joyce was rude, and I didn't like that. Yeah, Mama Joyce is probably who she married. That's very true. I agree. I agree. You marry what you are familiar with. So she married her mother. Oh, child. All right. Did I get everyone's response? All right. I love you guys. Call me for your own personal reading. 213-458-7408. I'm available right now for a reading. Love you. Bye.
In the heart of the city, there's a lady so divine, with a gift so rare. She can read between the lines, unlocking mysteries. She's the one we all admire. With a touch of magic, she sets our souls on fire. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. Tracy Brown lived the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong.